We're live, baby. It's ritual time. I have ritually summoned you guys here, and we are here. And Jeff Chambers has beat us to the punch with 10 gifted memberships. Thank you, Jeff Chambers, for the gifted memberships, starting off with a bang. I have some stuff to explain to you guys about rituals, and I think you're gonna love it. It's definitely different. It's definitely opening up some doors. Wow. That was a much needed hydration check. And the Punisher, I see you, pun. Sure, I love the caps and the pun. What's up, people? We are gonna break down rituals, show what's going on with rituals, and then we're gonna go right into the Q&A. Boom, super simple. I'm very excited. I'm gonna explain rituals in a little bit of a different way. And what? Damn! We hit the goal for the stream. What the heck? First we got Joe M says, been a minute, but I can be here for a full stream. You can be here for a full stream, Joe. Let's go. No more flybys, no more drive-bys. Let's go. Sit back. Welcome. Enjoy the show. Because we've started off the show with a bang and then an explosion. Onyx freaking Studios. I guess I am covering Coach's late fee. Bro, a 2-minute late fee of $500 super chat. By the way, love the stream. Also time for another Die Hard Dice giveaway. Let's go. Onyx Studios covering my late fee. Shed some love for the system. Props to Die Hard Dice for the second giveaway we're doing tonight. We always do one giveaway at the end of the live stream, and we're gonna kick off another one. We're doing another Die Hard Dice $75 giveaway. Damn, bro, that's insane. Holy moly is right. Coming through again. Let's go. Jeez, A is right. All right. So I don't know if we've ever. That is maybe a record for the first 4 minutes of a stream. Technically the first 2, because I was about 2 minutes late, and it's 8:34 now. So within 2 minutes, all of that has happened. So, wow. Let's roll. Let's go. All right. So rituals. I'm going to do rituals, and then I'm going to do a Q&A. So hold your questions until I call for the Q&A, and then boom. I'm also going to pause any super chats that I will answer later, but I want to make sure I get through the actual talk of what the rituals are. And then, yeah, that's it. Let's go. So here's rituals. I'm going to tell you rituals. I'm going to explain how rituals are going to work in DC20 by telling you a story. It might open up your mind to how awesome this can be. Onyx Studios says, "You're welcome, Glenn. Love the RPG versus AD stream. Let's go." Yes, that was quite the awesome stream. I posted it on Discord. Y'all can check it out. There was my own devs of DC20 went and played with Glenn as a game master, and it was a streamed event, all this kind of stuff. Pause this. What? Pause this. I said I'm gonna pause super chats, and then Swordplay and Sorcery just said pause this super chat. What a rebel, bro. What a rebel. I was literally just talking to you about you today, to the DM Layer and Bob World Builder. We were chatting, and you came up, and I was talking about how you're a DC20 content creator, and I was cool and stuff. So props, bro. So speaking of DC20, and speaking of rituals, we weren't speaking about rituals, but here we go. So rituals. Here's how rituals are going to work in DC20. Here's the story. Your party has there's a big combat encounter. You're playing DC20 campaign. Huge combat encounter breaks out. It's like a warfare. There's armies on either side, and you clash. Everything's been building up to this in a lot of ways. This is like the center of the campaign arc of a moment right here. You're in your party. There's a barbarian. There's a hunter. There's a wizard, and there's a cleric, right, in your group, right? And then you've assembled some NPCs from your backstories and all this kind of stuff, and you've came here to this super epic moment. Big fight goes down. Boom, 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 boom. You're doing stuff. You're all spending action points. Your NPCs, cool idea I just came up with right now. Your NPCs have 2 action points that you as the player can spend with yourself that you can use on your turn. So you have this big epic battle where you have 4 action points, but your little co-NPC has 2 action points that you can use in cool combos y'all can do together. Maybe they're a healer, maybe they're a spellcaster. I don't know. There's a huge battles going down, but the hunter's friend falls in battle. The hunter's friend dies. They fall down, arrow from a ballista, just look, oh no, and there's that moment in the battlefield where they're lost, hit the ground, right? Rip, they're done. The battle's going on. The cleric tries to get over to them, and they're not able to. And DC20, another little hints towards some magic here. The cleric knows the revivify spell, the littlest version of revive, and you have to get to them within 1 round. And the cleric's not able to get there. They're grappled by a big ogre, and they're not able to get there. And the hunter's friend dies and is done. The NPC is no more. The battle finishes up, and then everything's done. The dust settles, and their friend's there, and they never got to say goodbye. They had to say some stuff they had. They knew some information about the quest. They never got to say goodbye. There's a couple of things, right? Now, here's where rituals come in. The cleric doesn't have Speak with the Dead. They don't know that spell. They don't know a spell, whatever it's called in DC20. They don't know a spell that they can speak to the dead for. Dang. And now, unless there's some sort of GM magic item, that's no longer a moment. But what if in DC20 the barbarian in his backstory is like this tribal shamanistic shaman tribe barbarian, right? Where everyone either picks a path, they're either a barbarian or they're a shaman, right? Another class coming in DC20. So many little sneak peeks are happening right now. So you're either a barbarian or a shaman, but either way in this tribe, it is connected to the spirits. And this is part of your background in DC20, possibly. Maybe is where you learned this from. And the barbarian knows a Speak with the Dead ritual. The barbarian from his tribe knows the way to talk to spirits and stuff. So the barbarian puts his hand on the hunter's back and says, "Can I?" And they know that he's capable of doing this. So he nods and he walks over. He grabs whatever the ritual would be. You could flavor it different ways, but there will be a ritual that they would know. This would be access to this ritual would be a thing that you know. It would not be a spell, formally known as a spell, but the barbarian from his tribe knows how to speak with the dead, and he goes over and performs the ritual of Speak with the Dead. And they go over, this barbarian who knows no magic, has no mana, walks over there, puts all the things down, grabs the mountain salt and spreads it in the air, and it starts to float around, and they draws this in the ground, says some whatever you want to say and do. And then that hunter's friend rises up, floats up, the spirit peels up off the body and now floats there looking around, makes eye contact with the barbarian, then looks over to the hunter, and they're able to talk with him, right? So all of that's being said is in DC20, we are not going to put rituals up on the pedestal of a spellcaster, right? We're not going to have it be all of them. We're not going to have every single ritual be something that is gated behind having to have spellcasting and having to know it and learn it and all this kind of stuff, right? That is a huge, I think it makes the world more magical. Right? They are in Dungeons and Dragons, rituals are basically spells with more restrictions, right? They are spells that they cost less or whatever, but they take longer to cast and whatever. You still have to learn them as if they're a spell, right? In DC20, you still can learn them, just like a wizard learns spell scrolls and adds them to their book and whatever else, and you can learn spells. You can learn rituals, right? So the barbarian can't learn spells, no, unless they want to do multi-classing or whatever and do whatever. But they don't know how to do spells. They can't cast spells. But magic in the world is alive. Magic in the world is there. It's tangible. So rituals and someone being able to do something, a hunter, a bounty hunter that knows the ritual locate person. Oh, that's terrifying. And they know that if they get the blood from their target or a piece of hair and they put it in the center of a of a small pool pond, and it'll point towards their direction, and they know the ritual, right? So you can learn them and you can know how to do stuff, right? So there will be rituals that cost mana. Sure, yes, of course. There's going to be some crazy rituals. I saw just in the chat right now, Twice Invalid says, bigger rituals like summoning, I assume will still take mana. Yeah, if there's something that absolutely is fully magical, that is absolutely like summoning a arc demon or something crazy like that. Of course, that's going to cost some sort of mana, but maybe how the summoning ritual could work is somebody needs to have enough mana contributed to the ritual to be able to start it, and then maybe other members of the cult or other people that know the ritual but don't have any mana can join in the ritual and maybe help, and their own life essence can be added to it, or however you want to do it, right? So, and then what's the sounds? What's the sounds? Brandon from Bardic Aggravation. Brandon from Bardic Aggravation, 50 gifted memberships. Once again, the boom stream continues. We're already... Dang, dude, that's now 60 gifted memberships. Thank you, dude. That's awesome. So yeah. And some username, which is actually someone's username in the chat, not being anonymous. You absolutely could come up with a thing as a game master to have some sort of mana crystal that bypasses the cost of mana. And if you know the ritual and you have enough mana crystals and you have all the things, then you can do the thing, right? Maybe there's an entire campaign wrapped up around learning certain rituals to be able to do this certain thing, right? Or the villain, the BBG, is trying to go find and learn how to do these rituals to be able to do something. And then you get the idea, right? So that is very exciting for rituals. It lets us be able to truly take a step back and evaluate something like the mending cantrip. Mending cantrip, okay, cool, that's sick. Okay, should mending also be a ritual? Could you be able to ritually cast mending? Maybe there are blacksmiths in this world that can do mundane blacksmithing, but then they also, man, this thing's really broken, or this thing's really, or this glass blower, a mundane glass blower blows the glass and gets this super beautiful, and it shatters. Oh no. But they know the mending ritual and they can go mend their own. Oh my gosh, that's super cool, right? The priest at the church in the local town, he's not a full-blown spellcaster, but they know a healing or a cleansing ritual, right? So super cool, right? So there's that, right? And then what? Onyx Studios gives 50 gifted memberships. What, dude? What? That is now 110 gifted memberships. That's a record. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. What? Oh my gosh. Oh, Liam, this is the thing I knew for 2 weeks that I was trying to get him to reveal. Ha ha ha. Liam, I have finally revealed it. Dude, thank you guys. That's crazy. We not only hit the goal, within 15 minutes, we have hit our goal and over 100 gifted memberships. You guys, it's crazy. I was also talking with Bob and DM Layer today about the strength of a community and all this other kind of stuff, and how they were even giving props to you guys about how this community, and we were talking about live streams even specifically. We were doing like 20 and 50 live streams, then up to 100. Then after the DC20 Kickstarter, boom, now it's consistently 3, 4, maybe even 500. So yeah, that's insane. Absolutely insane. Thank you, dude. Wait, it happened again? No. Wait, he did it again. I scrolled up and I thought I saw the same chat. I thought my chat was just delayed. Onyx Studios again gifted 50 memberships. Insane. Insane, dude. Oh my gosh. 160 gifted memberships. And oh man, as I'm giving props to you guys about being a strong community. God, man. And that's what's so crazy. Like, we keep getting cool things. Like, I'm gonna give a sneak peek. I'm just gonna give a sneak peek right now. Me and Sky had a little meeting today. We're starting to look into getting some more things rolling to try and get some more balls rolling so we can start getting more content to come out. We're trying to work with some other people who are adventure writers, who are magic item creators, who are monster and then converting things and trying to get more wheels turning to get more content out to you guys. That's exactly the type of stuff we can do when things start getting better and better and better. Video performances, live stream, super chats, patron members, Kickstarter backers, which I guess is over now, so it'd be website sales with PDF or backer kit people pre-ordering the book and stuff. Crazy. And as that keeps getting better, there's more and more things that we can just pour into that bucket of DC20. So wow, and thank you guys, for real. That's nuts. So let's open up the Q&A. So hashtag question. I'm gonna pull up my there's my Discord. I'll pull up my Discord and go to the not super chat section, the live stream question section. And I'm just gonna hit me right here. Boom, done. Okay, so hit me with the questions. Excuse me. I think I do have a super chat. Pause this, and then wait. It missed it. Oh, Steven Regal. Does this make wizard flavor feature less special or more interesting? I mean, I would say more interesting. The wizards flavor feature lets them feel more like a wizard and all that kind of stuff. And a wizard, how we give out rituals in whatever way that we give them out, that is going to be still determined. It could be from your background. It could be from a talent. It could be from... There's lots of different ways that we are going to give these out, or could give these out. And then once we decide how the general way to give out rituals will go, we will then go in and make sure that flavor feature, whether it's whatever it is right now, or needs to change, or needs to be buffed, or needs to be changed completely, whatever, we are absolutely going to make sure that we go back and make sure that wizards are even better at that fantasy. So I absolutely see wizards like, sure, let's just hypothetically, every single person gets one ritual from their background. Let's just say that's how it works, right? What if wizards get 3 more? You know what I'm saying? Okay, sick, wizards, and like that's awesome, right? That's the idea. And then Duskbreaker just sent me something. What? Question. Duskbreaker, I'm confused what you just said. Oh, okay. All right. So then we got here, and then now we're here with Araxis. Was thinking about how bloodied and wounded, historically being bloodied, you've been hurt, but wounded, you've been very hurt. Also, please look at nullification, maybe intromancy, nevermancy. Yeah, so I will say that invocation and nullification, those 2 schools of magic, we heard some feedback on, and those names are not finalized. Even when I said that during the live stream that they're not finalized. But one of the least worries of mine is the names of these things. But names are important, just like we had with the whole defenses, and that was a huge freaking thing. So those names are not set in stone, so don't worry about that. Nevermancy's interesting. But the wounded have been very hurt. Bloodied and wounded. Well, see, I want to use the same word is really what it is. So if I would it's either going to be bloodied and well bloodied, or wounded and heavily wounded. It's going to be one of those 2 probably, is how that is, right? It's no secret that World of Warcraft is a huge influence on DC20. Anything from WoW raids / dungeons that you would love to see incorporated in the game? Honestly, the biggest thing is just boss mechanics. There's lots of stuff. I at one point, before I was a YouTuber, I went through every single World of Warcraft raid and wrote down a mechanic and turned that mechanic into a D&D mechanic of like a layer action or a boss mechanic or something. And I did that for every single raid that's ever been released, and that was like a fun little side project that I could probably go back and dig up and turn into DC20 now. So that's super cool. But yeah, off the top of my head, there's not any sort of like the shaman class. How about that? How about that? The shaman class as a whole. And then yeah, and then what, Brandon? Wait, what? Wait, what? Wait, what? Brandon from Bardic Aggravation gifts 50 memberships. And then Onyx Studios gifts another 50 memberships. That is 260. 260. There are 370 people in the chat, y'all. That is pretty much, that's crazy, y'all. I don't know. There's something on you just to let you guys know now, because we're reaching like maximum gifted capacity at this point. If you don't have, there's something setting on YouTube. I don't know this myself. I don't know this. There's some sort of setting, you could probably Google it. It'd be super. There's some sort of setting on YouTube that you can like open up to where you might block gifts from people. There's some setting on YouTube that might be defaulted to people who are here, who are not gifted green names, who have blocked gifts. There's some sort of setting that says blocked gifts, right? So that's maybe why you're not getting it there. So there's that. But damn, y'all, that's crazy. That's crazy. Insane. Well, the other thing that's super props, the super props to everybody supporting this, and this is literally true across the board, is and I think this is the exciting part, and I'm not trying to take a jab here, but we are not a publicly traded company. We're never like, it's just it's me and a dev team of like 8 people and like 3 directors and an artist and a video editor, and that's our team. You know what I'm saying? And we have a two writing situations going on for writing and that's it, right? That's it. There is no, so any sort of like, oh, the company's profitability, it literally goes back to you guys in creating more content and being able to either one, create more content to be able to bring on more things, to have a bigger team to be able to create more stuff for you guys, or have the people that are on the team currently be able to come onto the team in a bigger capacity or spend more time on it, which then makes more stuff for you guys. It's crazy. It's so cool. It's so awesome to be able to see like that. That's so awesome. Man. Jow, we have 13 artists, maybe 16 that were making stuff for the overall the Kickstarter image. If you go look at the Kickstarter page, there's about 15 artists that were all on there. But I have now hired 1 full-time artist, which makes all the art that y'all have been seeing for that. But that's their literal full-time job is to draw art for DC20, and that's all they do. So yeah. Click join under the video, then the 3 dots in the top right, then click gift on membership settings. So just the craft says click join under the video, click join. You don't have to gift a membership, you just click join, and then 3 dots in the top right corner, then click on gift membership settings. That's where the settings are. Let's go. So wow. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Oh my gosh. Okay. Simon, don't understand rituals, how they work mechanically. How they work mechanically? So mechanically, as far as game rule mechanics, you would need a certain amount of some sort of material components and some sort of time and to know the ritual. And I didn't even say on the material components part, that's up in the air depending on the ritual. Like not all rituals are going to take material components. So basically you need to know the ritual and then perform it. That's as simple as it is. It's literally that simple. You know the ritual and you know how to do the ritual, and then you perform it. It takes time. It might take an hour, right? But there you go. And some rituals will take shorter, some will take longer. You get the idea. But it's very simple mechanically. Party Hardy, wrapping up a second DC20 campaign in May. Then Curse of Strahd. Let's go, Party Hardy. Are you doing Curse of Strahd converted over to DC20? Because I have. This is actually a kind of crazy thing. I have a DC20 Curse of Strahd. I have a Strahd von Zarovich I have him, a DC20 version of him, like a baller, crazy. Yeah. So anyway, Araxis, good. Never go public. Ruins everything. 100% agree. 100% agree. I'm not sharing. I haven't sold off part of the company. The percentages of bleh, get out of here. Get out of here. Keep it pure. Keep it simple. Kevin Daly, wild. Kevin Daly just says wild. Greg Bromley, thought of this today. It would be cool if spell duels happened from competing spell schools. It might be too restrictive, but invocation, battle, nullification, etc. Yeah. That was the original, Greg. That was the original version of spell duels. Was that you had to, each spell school had a opposing spell school, and it had to be able to do that. But timeout. Can you imagine how much that would slow down the dang game? Oh my gosh. You would have to see. I want to do I know what spell school that the opposing spell is using? Oh, it's this. Okay, 1 second. What's the opposing spell school? Oh, it's this one. This one. How many spells of mine do I have in this one? These ones. Am I within range of these spells to be able to have the? Oh, get out of here. You know what I'm saying? So I could see that being a variant rule if you really wanted to do it for a set of pro players who really, really wanted to do that. But that was originally the rule when it first came out, and then had to nix it for that reason. And then thoughts on pointy hat apex creature combat idea. Apex creature combat idea. Yeah. No, if you're talking about the boss action or whatever, or the battle action or something, where they have like an ability and then you can dodge it or something, 10 out of 10 would recommend some mechanic like that. Could absolutely be in DC20. I have tried to talk to Pointy Hat for the last year. It has been like a year of me trying to get in contact with this guy. Hasn't happened. Gen Con, I'm literally going to go, I'm going to hunt him down. I'm going to hunt him down at Gen Con and be like, look, I need to talk to you, man. Like, Jesus. So I love, he's got a great mind, and he has so many cool ideas. I've been trying to get in contact with him for a lot. But yeah, that's another great idea, and you could see something similar happen in DC20. That's we already have Apex actions, and we've been legendary actions, Apex actions, layer actions. That type of thing is pretty much like a adjacent Apex action that we already have, but it's a new cool new spin on it. So yeah, love that. Love that. I even did it myself in a campaign in my campaign 2 sessions ago. It was great. Just the Craft. Been away for a while now due to health and life, but hope you're okay. Just the Craft, freaking. But I've been sliding in and out of the stream. So excited for this system. I've been here since day one. Just the Craft. Props to you. You have a very familiar name, and that's a compliment. There's a lot of people here that I have seen the names of and recognize them for a long time. Yeah, and that's why I also love doing these. Is I've done these pretty consistently for like 5 years now, and it's really cool just to keep that good pulse check on you guys and be able to see those familiar names, see people coming around, see people even just the chat scrolling through and stuff. So freaking awesome, dude, freaking awesome. And I'm glad you're feeling better. Wait, are you feeling? Been away for a while now due to health, but life, and I've been sliding in and out of streams. I hope you're feeling better. You didn't say you're feeling better, but I hope you're feeling better, dude, for real. Get a DC20, let's get a cleansing ritual over there, huh? For Just the Craft. Let's go. Whew, wow. All right. I was here for the first 25 streams. That's crazy. Yes, you're doing well. Let's go. Jenny D is awesome. Yes, I have met Jenny D, and I offered to play DC20 with Jenny D. I met Jenny D's Dungeon Master, who I have been sending every piece of DC20 to. Jenny's awesome. She's super sweet and awesome in person as well. I bought her and Will a drink at the bar. There's this huge last year. There was this big not DC20 TTRPG YouTuber little event at Gen Con. I met them there, and then yeah, it was super cool. I got to meet her and chat some. So we'll see about this next Gen Con. So heck yeah. And then Araxis. Araxis sent 10 gifted memberships. We are at 270 now. Gee, damn. Oh, damn. Araxis. And Araxis didn't even say nothing. Just gifted the freaking. It is just pouring in here, y'all. It is pouring memberships at this point. And then Felipe Arzuaga. In your experience, is it worth spending time finding and fixing every exploit when players who want to break the system will do so anyway? Or will it be better to design a good faith player in mind, keeping exploits not for game breaking, for fun? Great question, Felipe. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, Felipe. First of all, I am going to be doing a panel at Gen Con. There is a game design academy apparently, and they have put me on the game design academy, and I am going to be speaking on. I think the title of my panel that I'm doing, it's just myself, it's just me, is designing the future of TTRPGs. And it's DC20 creator of DC20 and like blah blah blah. So these are the type of questions that are amazing. So Felipe, our approach to this is you design the game with the best intentions of the good faith player in mind. That's your goal. You make the game like that. Release it before, release the game before it's finished, right? And then you find those broken, busted bits, right? And then, yes, you do fix them. And you fix them in a way. A good example is shields. And okay, I have a two-hander, and I have taken these certain things, and I'm going to use a swap action to then minor action to then pull out two shields. And now I have two shields. And so my turn happens, and now I have two shields for all this time. I have this crazy, stupid defense. It gets back to my turn, and then I'm a champion, so I've switched my free loadout back to a two-hander. Oh my God. Terrible, toxic gameplay. Nope, not intended. No, that's insane. So that has to be fixed, right? So now, is a good faith player going to do that? Even if it's in the game? No. And thank them for doing that, sure. But the game has to stand on its own. And I'm holding DC20 to a high standard to be able to make sure that happens. So this is my best tip, and now I'm going to move on from this because I know this is a bit of a crunchy type question, but you have to make the game with a good faith player in mind. Then when the min-maxers break things, you fix those things without screwing up the good faith player. You cannot make a fix and change from a whatever min-maxer, whoever you want to call these type of players. That's fine. Min-maxing is fine. I do the same thing. I absolutely am not dumping on that. That's absolutely going to happen, and I actually absolutely love min-maxers, and am one myself. So once the min-maxers find these little loopholes, you patch the loopholes, but you can't divert or break or block that good faith player. That's sometimes the freaking hardest thing to do. But yeah, that's my answer to that question. And then Jekyll Geek with a super chat. What would your recommendations for a relatively balanced combat for version 9.5? How many combats per day? Relatively balanced combat. Recommendation for really balanced combat. So balanced combat in general is you can. There's actually. Do I give a sneak peek on this? In 2 days, a new DC20 magazine drops. Shadowborn Ancestry, Shadow Traits, Shadow Sorcery subclass, Shadow Talents, and some of the Shadow Monster, the Shadow Monster. And that is January, February, March, April, May. January, February, March, April. I'm terrible with months. May. That's May's patron PDF, but June's PDF is wrapping up. It's just finishing up, but it's monsters, and there's a table. There's a table in there that we are working on, and we're going to be giving people that is literally make your monster table. It's so simple, level, the health, defense, all the stuff, right? But my biggest tip for you is to make it like a player. Like if you have a level 3 player, make a level 3 player. And that is your stat line, and then you can go up and down from there and add stuff. You know what I'm saying? As far as what the numbers are. So as far as how many combats per day, 2 or 3 is where I usually go. I like to have fewer, bigger, important combats. Right? That's what I like to have. So myself is probably 2. The game's probably based and built around 3, because we're probably assuming you're not dialing things up that high. So 2 or 3 is my best spot for you there, Jekyll Geek. And then what's up? We got Joel. What? Joel, yo, coach. Sorry, I've been away for a while, but still in it. Multiple games in full swing. Playing at game shops, loving the game, bro. So proud of you and the team you put together. Chat soon, coach. Joel, man. Joel. Oh, that's awesome, dude. Me and Joel were just chatting. So it's wild to have you sweep in here and $100 super chat. Oh, he's a Canadian though. He's a Canadian though. Is that real money? Is that even real money? Don't they have fake money over there in Canada? Isn't that how that works? Is it called like loonies or something silly? It's like, haha, it's a loony. Is that how it's called? So many people on my team are from Canada. I love razzing on Canadians. Sorry. Love you, dude. That's awesome. Thanks, man. Amy, is that what that name is? That's awesome. To us Grays, gift memberships can only be received by a primary account. If you aren't getting one, search not winning any gift memberships. Oh, Amy, thank you for this. So gifted memberships can only be received by a primary account. If you aren't getting one, search not winning any gift memberships. Thank you for the super chat to help everyone. What a freaking great community we have here, people. God. Kyle. What's up, Kyle? Another Canadian. Just want to say our first DC20 video of our campaign, Voyage of Legacies, will premiere next Tuesday, 9 a.m. PST. I hope you'll enjoy it because of DC. It's because of DC20 that I'm stepping into YouTube campaign videos. Thanks, coach. That's so crazy, dude. I was literally talking about this, like I was just talking about with Swordplay and Sorcery, Bardic Aggravation. All these people, Glenn making that video. It is so awesome. And I needed it, y'all. I needed, not like for the community, I needed content creators to step up for DC20. Since I don't make videos as much, because trust me, y'all don't want me to make videos as much because y'all want me sitting here strapped in making the damn game, right? So with me having to step back from making YouTube videos and focus on the game more, which is where we'll start churning some more stuff out, right? While that's happening, other content creators can pick up that mantle. So that is awesome, dude. That is super awesome. Thank you, Kyle. I can't wait to see that. And then Knucklebone says, Shadow Hype, Stoke from the shadows. That's awesome, dude. Luis Cesar Faria, hire a writer to write DC20 lore novels. Thoughts? We also have that in the works too. Phoenix is working on some of that. And hey, if you're a writer and you want to write DC20 stuff too, freaking go for it. That's awesome. That's freaking awesome. But there is some lore that is already on the under the hood or behind the curtain, I guess. So there is some things there, but I can't wait to start talking about that type of stuff. But we have to focus on the game first, obviously. But I do love lore. Do love me some lore. Let's go. True Galahad. The change to Paragon subclass option location makes it challenging for people to know it's an option, particularly coming from D&D where it's not. Yeah, so True Galahad, that is something in 9.5. We had to make the call of where to put those talents. And I do think they're in a good spot, but I do think that there needs to be something. And this is going to be like whenever it comes to layout and presentation. And this is a good, this is not the first time I've heard this as well. So in .10, there's going to be some sort of subclass options. Paragon, you can do this in this one, like there's going to be absolutely a much more like, here's your subclass option. Don't forget about Paragon, and then you keep, you know what I'm saying? So I do think that the Paragon talents should be where they are right now, but I definitely think in the subclass section there should be that option too, because I had a person be confused about that as well. So yes, that is absolutely going to happen for sure. And then six off center. Welcome to the team. Welcome to the team. Six off center. Let's go. Awesome. All right, now to the chats, to the questions that were asked earlier. Let me pull this up here. Stephen Tomsky, question: does impactful unarmored strikes from heavy armor or Iron Palm's impact effect apply to natural projectile, which is a ranged martial attack made with natural weapons unarmed strike? I would say no, based on in my first read of your question, because wearing heavy armor grants your two hands impact property. Being a monk grants your two hands the impact property, right? But being a beastborn or something, a dragonborn or something, and having a natural projectile with a natural weapons, that would, a projectile in that way would not be a monk's unarmed strike. Now, if you wanted your game master to kind of talk and y'all wanted to kind of rule something like that, I think that's cool. And then maybe if that's, I could see that being something that's interesting. But on that exact topic, we just 4.9.5 did some stuff when it came down to how do you phrase it? Natural weapons, because there was this weird loophole with dual wielding where somebody could have a two-hander, but if they had a natural weapon tail, then technically that's two weapons and they could be considered dual wielding. Or if they had like a shield in one hand and a sword, but then they had a natural weapon tail, then like there's some weird loophole stuff about dual wielding, and it's like, no. So we've recoded dual wielding to be hands, natural weapon hands, etc. So I don't think with our new phraseology that would not be intended. So hopefully that answers your question. But now we're much more specific with natural weapon hands that work as serve as hands, or some, there's some sort of phrase there in the new natural weapon section. So there's that. Yep. And then Liam, does DC20 have resurrection mechanics that make it unique compared to other TTRPGs? Yes, there will be resurrection. This is like initial thoughts. This is 0.10 stuff. So this is early access thoughts. There will be a resurrection spell that is a very small window to be able to go revive the person. I'm literally talking 1 round. So you might know the resurrection spell and you can cast it, and it costs, let me just think off the top of my head. Let's say it costs 2 mana to cast it. 3 mana? It costs 3 mana to cast it, right? It costs 3 mana to cast resurrection, right? And you can cast it, but you have to get to them within 1 round. If you spend 4 mana, you can get to them within 2 rounds. If you spend 5 mana, you can get to them within 3 rounds. You see what I'm saying? There's going to be a freaking clock on getting to the dead person to be able to get them back. Thank you, Alex, for the hydration check. Let's go. So there's that. I think that was it. And then resurrection, the actual ritual. There will be if you're familiar with Critical Role, Matt Mercer's resurrection system, Alcander's Almanac has a resurrection system in there. That's going to be where my head's at for DC20 as well. Roll with us DMs. One of our players updated a custom Roll20 character sheet to 9.5. Will I try and get more people's hands? Yeah, Roll with us DMs. Email me that, because I have connections with Roll20, and I can try, if you have a character sheet that's like 9.5 compatible, I can try and get them to like pin that or like push that out or something, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, email me, dude, for real. That's awesome. Liam, not sure I'm hyped to hear about changes to the multiple check penalty. What can you tell me to get me hyped? One of the sneak peeks I was talking about with patrons is in 0.10, there's going to be some changes to the multiple check penalty when it comes to coding what's an attack and a spell, like an attack check and a spell check, and what kind of spell check is an attack and what kind of spell check is like a heal, or a spell check is like a bless, or spell check is like a wall, or, you know, there's lots of different spell checks. Basically, the thing that might get you hyped is currently marshals have 2 different kinds of checks they can do that don't have multiple check penalty stacking. Athletics check grapples and throws. Athletics check. Swinging a sword and whatever and shooting a bow. Attack check. So marshals have 2 different types of checks they can do that do not start to stack multiple check penalties on each other, right? But poor old spellcasters over here, they just have spell checks. Every spell they do, however utility, however fancy, a teleport, a heal, a bless spell, an attack, a fireball, is all a spell check. And that's kind of lame. That's not fair, right? So the multiple check penalty will help those spellcasters in that way to kind of split that option up. And also start to address the other awkward spot is you can attack with a sword and attack with a cantrip at the same time and not have the penalty with there. So then it incentivizes wizards to have like a bow, and then you shoot a fire cantrip and then you shoot a bow because they don't, you know what I'm saying? There's these weird things. That's a perfect example from the question from earlier about designing the game, from Felipe, designing the game for the good intention players, right? But I think there's going to be some cool things. I think there's going to be some cool things to have happen there. So that is a nice little sneak peek there, Liam. So Liam, once again, coming through with the sneak peeks for you guys. Brandon, 0.10 hype resurrection, but not for a guy, but not for guy number 3. I don't know if you're talking about penguins. Are you talking about penguins? Not for guy number 3. I don't know what he's talking about. Is he talking about guy? Is he talking about penguins? Is this an inside joke that's slipping by me? Is he talking about killing, not resurrecting penguins? I think he is. That's what I'm gonna say. Bad Seed. Hi, Coach. I'm playing to convert a level 1 to 20 5e campaign to DC20. Any guess about when in or after the dev cycle you release the 5e conversion guide? If referring to devs, we're the best place to leave feedback. So the 5e conversion guide is going to be one of the last things, if not the last thing made. It might not be the last thing, but it's going to be one of the last things made because the game has to be finished before I could ever feel comfortable releasing that. Imagine if we released something like that before 9.5 and now everything changed with defenses and we just wasted all that time, right? I would say version 13 or so is going to be probably where we start to have that kind of those types of thoughts. 13, 14 is going to be where we start to have those types of thoughts as far as that guide. So I hope that helps answer your question. And then you could always go to Discord and leave feedback. There's a whole section there for Discord on Discord for feedback and stuff. And thanks, dude. Zagard, what's up? Kaho 3 unste. Kagothane Unst has begun summoning undead creatures to block our way, so we have decided to search for a holy warrior to help us through the forest of dark magic. Who is the holy warrior, Zagard? Who is he? I also have session 3 of The Looming Shadow on Saturday, where they find out that I had to go to church and sunk water because of an evil priest. That sunk underwater because of an evil priest. My players all said, "You made a water temple?" Zelda. I see what you did there. The freaking water temple from Zelda. Wow. Freaking water temple. That's crazy. T-Dog. All changes to Death's D? All the changes to Death D? What? I enjoyed the mechanic previous, but curious to the purpose for the changes. When reading, I thought it made it more difficult with the players. Are you talking about Death's Door? There aren't. What changes are you talking about for Death's Door? Death's Door is the same. Death's Door is the same. Yeah, I think it's talking about Death's Door. T-Dog, ask me a more specific question about Death's Door, because you said you enjoyed the mechanic previously, but the purpose of the changes, the only change was the threshold being increased, and like, yeah. It's been increased by 1 HP. It's prime and combat mastery. That's it. So it went from 3 to 4 at level 1. And yeah, so is that what you're talking about? That's the only thing that changed. So I want to see T-Dog. Y'all, let me know what T-Dog says. I'm looking for T-Dog to say something, but here we go. And then Direk, when I downloaded 9.5, the Paragon classes were not included. Has this been changed or something you need to worry? Sorry if I previously answered. Oh, Paragon subclasses are in the talent section. Go to the talent section. And I did talk about this earlier, but this further shows to how we need to do a better job of that. In fact, I'm going to, right now, I'm literally going to go to our dev chat room and I'm going to ping everyone. And I'm going to say, ooh, do y'all want to see something cool? I'm going to show you something cool. I'm going to ping everybody. I'm going to say, we need to put how to do Paragon subclasses in the PDF in the subclass section. People don't even know where Paragon exists still, right? Boom. All right, cool. Y'all want to see something cool? Of course, the answer to that is yes. You want to see something cool? Where's it at? There he is. Y'all want to see the art? The first sketch? This is the first sketch for the Monster Slayer subclass for the Hunter. This is the Monster Slayer subclass for the Hunter. Where is the thing here? Yeah. It is a gremlin Monster Slayer. That's the Hunter hype. Hunter hype. Yeah, so super cool. Yeah, he's gonna have a bigger sword a little bit. I told him to add some extra vials of the monster vials on him. Gremlin, good old Gremlin, DC20 Gremlins showing themselves. So cool, so cool. Okay, so now since I started down this rabbit hole, I have to show something else now. I have to show something else. Oh, this is cool. Swashbuckler Rogue. Swashbuckler Rogue. Huh? Swashbuckler Rogue. Yan dun 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 dun. Yeah. Yeah. And then no, can't do that one yet. No, I can't do that one yet. I can do one. Oh, okay, this one's sick. This one's sick. I gotta get this one. There you go. All right, I can do this. This is the angelic sorcerer subclass. So sorcerer, angelborn. This is not angelborn. In fact, in the picture is a shadowborn. A shadowborn. It is a female shadowborn who is a sorcerer and is an angelic sorcerer. So here we go. Boom. Yeah. Yeah. Super cool. Yeah. Love it. A seraphim wings. Yeah, cool. And then I gotta show one more. I think I show. No, that's not fancy enough. We're showing some stuff. Oh, I went back. No, that's okay. I can do a more recent one. This is cool. Still a sketch in the works. Astral monk, projecting their own self. Projecting their own self to fight. Yeah. So all this art goes through different stages of development, right? So this up here is the first thing I ever see. It's like sketch. Then this is the line work. And this is like line work that they just go in and actually draw. And like, that's the actual line work that's in the final product, right? And then, not to show anything else, hold up. And then y'all saw this. This is the flats. This is like the flat colors. This is not done. This is like, I approve the color palette. And if you can see it, there's either this one or this one. So he gave me like two different color palettes, and I chose the one with the red thing because it makes the sword pop, whatever. So this is not done. This is like little paint by numbers, like, right? So there's that one, and then the final, where is it? There we go. This one is the actual final deal of the actual, full blown like shading and lighting and all that kind of stuff, right? So yeah, let's go. All right. So anyway, there's the little art showcase. So cool. And then we're into overtime now. So we're in overtime. Hydration check. Thank you. Speaking of hydration checks, I just found these Vita Coco, strawberry and cream coconut water. Get out of here. Anyway, so say something in the chat, people. Say something in the chat. Let's go. Boom. This is for 2 giveaways because we obviously hit the goal within 2 minutes of the stream starting. We're doing 2 giveaways. The first one is for DC20 and the Monster Starters Pack PDFs. If you already have them, I upgrade you and get you even more stuff. And if you back the Kickstarter, I upgrade you, get you even more stuff, right? We do this all the time. And then 2 is the Die Hard Dice $75 giveaway. Let's freaking go. So where are we at? Okay, cool. Paragon, been following since day one. Oh, Red Panda. Been following since day one, but now freeing up time for hobbies. What's the best place to submit ideas such as new classes like the Elementalist or Summoner? Discord. Discord's honestly the best place for that. And the Summoner is going to be being started on the Summoner sooner rather than later by the team. I already have some stuff for the Summoner, and some of them already do, but the Summoner is going to start to be coming through the pipeline here. So, yeah, that'd be awesome. And then Joe M. Only downside to Prime modifier for combat, half my players just want to make strength casters now. Yeah, they absolutely can. I don't think that might is that much stronger than other things. I think they're all pretty balanced. Sure, they have a little bit more health, but might has a lower percentage of overall health now in 9.5. So might isn't as big of a contributor to the overall health percentage anymore. At level 1, it is. At level 1, it's a big difference of 3, right? Compared to -2, sure. So at level 1, there's a big difference, but overall, it's not as big of a difference, right? Dustbreaker, can we make sure there are 0 erratas post official release? Cough. DC20 4. Also give Hydreigon some love. When I drink water, it goes through his literal head. So as I hydrate, he hydrates too. You know what I'm saying? I love that Dustbreaker, and I agree. Liam, with Trent Monk playing again, could that make Treant Ancestry come up sooner? He already played the Treant in the first time Trent Monk played DC20, so it's already there, and there's been no extra progress on the Treant Monk or on the Treant since then. But that's because we've been focused on other things. Hey, Zero, Coach. I know you have bigger fish, but this has been an issue for a few versions. I try to be patient. True damage can't be reduced, but fall damage is true damage, which means features like Monk's Slow Fall do nothing. No. Monk's Slow Fall reduce fall damage. You know what I'm saying? So there's the thing in games where there's like rules and then there's specific rules, and specific rules trump general rules, right? So yes, fall damage is true damage, and I think that is good for the game. And like things that reduce all this other whatever like doesn't reduce that. But if you have something specifically that reduces or you take no fall damage, then that's absolutely a thing. You know what I'm saying? So and if that's not specifically stated it will be, you know what I'm saying? Like that type of thing, for sure is not an intended thing. Like, no, it's not like you just can't reduce true damage because there's already slow fall things that make you take no fall damage. I think there's some Beastborn ancestry traits that do interact with fall damage and stuff and reduce it to nothing, right? So there's that. And then Sir Nylock, oh, I got a heartburn. What? There we go. Sir Nylock, is the DC20 logo set in stone or should I wait to get it tattooed on me? Damn. I've had a thought too of getting it tattooed on me for sure. I've really had a thought of getting it tattooed. Like something, I don't know, something right here. I don't know. Or like right there. It's pretty set in stone. Yeah, it's pretty set in stone. I don't see myself changing it. Yeah, so there's that. That's wild, Sir Nylock. Joe M, not power issue, but it's just that now the only meme exists, I think before I bunk. Meme exists, I think, therefore I bunk. Wait, it's just now the only meme. Oh, okay, the only meme that exists. I see what you're saying. Not a power issue. Okay, you had me worried there, Joe. Elaine Tricand. I would love a class that specializes in rituals. Yeah. There's now, I don't know about specializing in rituals because of how it works in DC20, but I think the wizard is already, Elaine, you're already set for the wizard. And there's going to be, so you pick wizard, you get their flavor feature, and you pick the ritual talent, and you're set. I think Elaine's going to be freaking stoked for that. And then thank you, Elaine. Robert McCutcheon. Free money. Haven't done this in a while. Still going strong, Coach. Let's go, Robert. Free money. Those crazy Canadians and their free money. What are they doing over there? And then T-Dog. Yep, Death's Door. I recall it having just one action on the first round only, and also conditions like bleeding continuing. It could have been changed in 9. I missed those. Sorry, your thoughts on the change. So the action economy is still the same, still one action point. There was something that was not intended. I literally read the rule and was like, that's weird. And the rule was if you were bleeding and you went onto Death's Door, the bleeding just stopped for some reason. So if you had like bleeds on you or you were taking like bleed damage and then you went to Death's Door, it just magically stopped to just intervene and not die. Nope. That's not, I was like, no, maybe I was being too nice. Maybe I was being too nice right there. Yoink. Nope. But we have improved changes for grit points. Grit points, you can now spend as many grit points as you want at a time. So if you're sitting on 5 grit points and you're at 1 hit point and you get hit for 4 damage, you can literally spend 4 grit points to reduce that till you take no damage. You know what I'm saying? So there's things in the game that are now supporting that spot of the game. So the bleeding was just a weird immersion break thing and like a pity type. Oh no, you're bleeding and now you're not bleeding. You know, like nah. And the action economy is still the same, so no worries there. And then still hoping for a DC20 hat I can help design. Hey, we got a shirt. Okay, we got a shirt, but that's all we have. All we have for right now. So here we go. We are doing the giveaway. They're doing the giveaway. Here it comes. Winner. First winner. First winner is the DC20 PDF giveaway that then upgrades you based on what you got. And the winner is Alex Kansky, who subscribes to this channel. That's awesome. Alex, you have won. Alex, message a moderator. Go to Discord. Find their names. They're in red. Can't miss them. Message the moderator. We'll get you hooked up. Boom, done. And second giveaway, winner. The giveaway that was accomplished in a record time. The Die Hard Dice $75 giveaway, which I have right here. Actually, where'd it go? Here it is. I need to clean my desk. Is Daryl Wright. Let's go, Daryl. Let's go, Daryl Wright. Let's go. Check it out. This is the little sample they sent me. We're not done yet. We still have some work to do. Get my face out of here. Get my face out of here. Oh. 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 Oh, cool. There's them dice. There's them dice. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. So that is the Die Hard dice and the giveaway for the $75 Die Hard dice. Super cool. Super cool. It's purple dragon scale dice. Metal. It's so cool. Yeah. That's nice. So that is the live stream. And I almost missed Flag just super chatted. There have been a lot of posts on Reddit regarding the increasing complexity of DC20, and I agree. Do you see yourself simplifying things when conditions, weapons, attributes, and other things? Yeah, so that's a very great question. So what we are trying to do is keep building the game up to level 10. And when we get to level 10, we have class features, we have subclass features. I truly want to see how level 10 feels from the player perspective of what they're capable of, how their turns look, how much damage they're dealing, how much features they have, options they have to choose from, all that. I want to see that first, right? And then once we see that, then we can think about things to condense down or cut back on conditions or trim this together and have all this kind of stuff, right? So I right now am not worried about the complexity of the game. I am worried about trying to make sure that things fit and they're balanced and they're fun and it's on brand and it feels good. And we've actually done some things to reduce the complexities at the top, when things having to do with armor and other things having to do with damage reductions. And we've streamlined damage reductions to be easier now instead of less complicated. So lots of those things are fixing and improving. So first we have to get the game to that level, then take a big step back, evaluate the complexity, and then come in and chop when needed. So there you go. And then Chat Chewbacca finally caught a live stream. This is me doing my part. How will you start with making spells on a new system? Every Wednesday I do a patron live stream of making spells and spell creation and the templates. And I can even do a little bit of, do I do a little sneak peek here? I do a sneak peekaroo, a sneak peekaroony. Let me see, I can do an F11 right here. Boom. So this is big picture. This is what it kind of looks like. I got a whole bunch of spells in all the different spots. Blue means we've done that part. We're organizing all the different spells, and then you go into like something like so at the bottom here, there's all the different types of spells. And you go into arcane blast spells, and we've started to organize them in different spots. We have fire, organized in like a single target AoE zone, weapon buffs and wards, miscellaneous, special properties, concepts for fire. And that's true for all these different types of things. Mind spells, What are the mind spells and where do you draw the lines on them? At what point is it telekinesis versus gravity versus flying versus, oh man, yeah. So we have we go through the rabbit hole on Wednesday morning. So yep. And there we go. And then Lower Jam says lunch money. I'm gonna get me some sushi tomorrow now because your boy loves sushi. I have my little Kroger sushi trays right here. Thank you, Lower Jam. I'm gonna have some sushi tomorrow. But there we go, y'all. Thank y'all so much. This was an insane live stream. Honey Badger loves the dice. It was pretty sick. I'm excited. But love you guys. This live stream even just showcases what you guys are a part of and who y'all are surrounded by that is so excited about DC20. I've never seen stuff like this in the TTRPG space. I do not see a community this strong, and I am so blessed and thankful that I am here at the helm of this thing. And I'm just gonna keep doing my my best to do right by you guys. So thank you guys so much. Stay creative. Think outside the box. See y'all later.